Okay, we're joined on the podium by Charlotte head coach Cara Consuegra and Dazia Lawrence. Coach, before we get into questions, could you give us some thoughts about tonight's game?
I definitely want to commend Tulane. I thought they played an excellent game. I thought they played excellent yesterday, and they were just able to carry over that momentum. Lisa's a great coach, and they beat us fair and square. I mean, they did a great job. With that being said, just disappointed with our team's performance. We've had an up and down year, and unfortunately, I think today we picked a bad day to play one of our worst games. We just weren't connected defensively. We weren't on the same page. We allowed a lot of easy buckets for them, and they took advantage of it. And then I think, certainly offensively, problems that we had all year shooting the ball just really came out on this stage. And it's a really unfortunate way to end. I have really enjoyed coaching this team. But certainly, this will leave a bad taste in our mouth moving forward.
All right, anyone in the room with a question? Raise your hand, please. We'll get a microphone to you.
Coach, when you get in a situation like you all did in the first half, what do you talk to them at halftime about starting over and just letting the first half just go?
I think the biggest issue is we weren't playing together. And, when you don't play together as a basketball team and play connected, you play like that. So it wasn't even really as much about trying to let it go and regroup. It was trying to remind them about the team that they want to be, and that's to play in four and with each other, because we weren't. We were playing as five individuals. We weren't moving the ball well. We weren't sharing the ball. We were playing frustrated. And basketball just can't be played well that way. And so that was our biggest focus, to try to just get everybody back on the same page at halftime.
Anyone else with a question? In the room? You have one?
Coach, and it's kind of slow starts. That kind of been a common theme throughout the season. And did you sense sort of an advantage with Tulane, already having game under the belt, within this tournament?
I don't know. I try not to think too much about that. I mean, I think my focus is always to control what we can control. They had to play, we didn't. And so that really wasn't something that I thought about a lot. I just tried to do whatever I could to prepare my team to win. And we practiced well the last 2 days, and we felt good, and we felt prepared. But obviously we got to look inside ourselves and see why that didn't carry over today.
Anyone else in the room? Chuck, you have anything?
We can throw it out to the Zoom. If anyone on the Zoom has a question, use the raise hand feature. In the meantime, go to Sam Perry then from Niner Times, please.
Coach, you always talk about what you can grow from on the season. What's something you hope the team can grow from this game going into the off season for next season?
Thanks, Sam. I hope it motivates us, because we did have some really great moments this year, and we did play really well in some games. And then we had games where we didn't. And I think the potential of this team is there if we can get everybody connected and on the same page and move forward for the right reasons. And so I really hope that the biggest thing we can learn from this is that, we can grow and get better, and that we will be motivated because, obviously being our first year here in the American, I think we showed that we belonged. We didn't do that today, but over the course of 18 games, we showed that we belong in this league, and that we can compete with anyone. And I hope that will, again, motivate our team to continue to get better moving forward.
The front row.
Coach, if you can, just expound a little bit more about moving over into the American, the challenges and all that it has that were in front of you, and trying to overcome them and win the conference regular season.
Yeah, I think the American is a great league. Obviously this year was exceptional with all the parity top to bottom. And it will be really very interesting to see who wins this, because I think any team can do it. And I think, for us, coming into the league, we did a lot of scouting, but it's one thing to look at teams on video and a second thing to play against them. And I think the first year has really given us a better sense of, what we need to do roster-wise. We need to get more athletic. We need to get bigger. We got crushed on the boards in most games. We have to become a better rebounding team. And so we have some areas that we know that we can improve. And we'll, work obviously really hard to bring the right pieces in to do that. But, even with that said, knowing that, maybe our roster isn't built exactly like an American team right now, our kids, they played really hard. They fought their tails off. Again, we won some really great games. We were close in a lot of other games. And we're right there. We have the coaching staff and we have good pieces, and we just have to continue to improve.
Dazia, the team kind of went through a lot of adversity this year, but a lot to be proud of, this season, first year in the American. Obviously, from an individual perspective for you, I mean, you went from preseason second team to the first team, national starting five, honoree, and player of the week. Just kind of talk about how you felt the team grew together as the season went along.
We didn't know what to expect coming to the American. We knew it was going to be tough competition, but throughout the season, I think we stayed the course. We stayed together, and we just took it game by game. I can't reach those accolades without my teammates. So my teammates, they've got me where I've all my accolades. I can't get them without them, like I just said. But throughout the season, we've just stayed together, and like I said, we're going to be even better next year.
Chuck, anything? All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
Dazia, appreciate it. And a big thank you to SID Reese Helms as well for his help.